What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Espresso and welcome back to another Call of Duty Infinite Warfare video here today on the channel. Today, we got a massive one here today. I have no idea how long this is going to be. It's probably going to be a longer one, but we're going to be talking about the storyline and its implications here with these newest teasers, as well as just why it's all shown on Nuketown. Why we've seen all these teasers within Nuketown. Why not some other map? So, before we get too far into it, if you guys like this, make sure you leave a like rating down below. This theory is something that I've been thinking about a lot since we've gotten these teasers, and I wanted to bring it to you guys here for your thoughts on this. But if you guys also are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, because we're going to be keeping you guys up to date with absolutely everything you need to know here with Infinite Warfare, and we're on that road to 30,000 subscribers, so it really does help the channel out. And finally, if you guys want to follow me on Twitter for real-time updates here with all this kind of stuff, or just get personal, then my Twitter link is down there in the description below. But getting right into it here, all that stuff out of the way, we're going to start with the teaser trailer up on Call of Duty's YouTube channel, and what can also be seen on the homepage of callofduty.com. Now, it seems to be an older man, perhaps the antagonist of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, but we may have an interesting spin on this here, which we'll touch on in just a second. But the whole gist is that these guys are known as the Settlement Defense Front. They'll destroy everything about this unknown existent, but we don't know who they're addressing, and it's pretty clear that they want to wipe them off the entire map, both past, present, and future. So this whole thing just talks about them eradicating them from history, destroying everything in their path, the whole works with that. So they potentially could be the antagonists. Right off the bat, it'd be cool to see some conflict here like that. That's always something neat and fun to see, but what if they're not? Or they kind of are, but they don't see themselves as such. The name Settlement Defense Front takes this all on for me. Defense usually is the stoppage of something in particular, the advancement of settlements perhaps. We do have the theory that colonization will be a big theme of COD Infinite Warfare, so the expansion into the interstellar unknown, or perhaps at this time, the known. Stopping the expansion, a defense of that, almost like a rebel uprising. So to an extent, they could see themselves as protecting the interests of maybe mankind, or it's something that they could be that enemy that actually is straight up wanting to stop everything. So it's an interesting thing to think about here, and the possible twist on the viewpoint and ideology. But moving along over into other things here, because that really is all we have with that teaser trailer. The next thing, we're gonna move over to Instagram. Call of Duty has been updating their Instagram with numerous pictures, 9 to be exact here, making one giant picture almost in collage form, but on Instagram. And they posted each picture with the following captions in this order. You cannot prevent what is coming. Make no mistake, the UNSA will not hold. You will know pain. You will know loss. SATO cannot protect you. SATO being an acronym, SATO. Your warships cannot shield you. Know this, we are your enemy. We are the Settlement Defense Front. So definitely playing into the hands of what may be the antagonist here, but my best guess is for the two important acronyms here, SATO, S-A-T-O, being maybe the Space Alliance Treaty Organization, almost like NATO in real-world terms, but with a space twist on it. Now the UNSA, that's something that is not necessarily as clear. That one could potentially be the United Nations Space Alliance. That's just my best guess here with this one, but it kind of just adds more so into all the destruction, but also adds in new key portions of information, these coalitions and alliances, perhaps maybe a plot twist in the story where these bad guys in the SDF turn out to be the good guys, and I don't know, I'm totally speculating with all of this. But continuing on, there also is stuff on their Twitch chat of a rolling loop of the teaser, and the big thing that everybody caught onto was that there was a moderator for this chat called SDFbot, posting in the chat a loop of these messages. We are the Settlement Defense Front, you answer to us. Our blood boils, and so too shall your oceans. Our destruction will be final, you will watch as the walls around you crumble. You will know loss, and you will be left with nothing. We are in power now. We are your enemy, we are the Settlement Defense Front. What can you do to prevent what's coming? Nothing. Your future is obsolete, we will pour destruction like molten lava, and finally, your bones will shake, your monuments will fall, your world will be left in ruins. So once again, really cryptic stuff here, playing to this idea of just sheer domination and destruction of this whatever SDF has planned for whoever it may be, but something very cryptic and very dark nonetheless. Now, the final thing that I want to talk about, and this is something that I've been kind of theorizing all day since this happened, starting with yesterday actually, this coming out of the information of the story, but why Nuketown? I don't think that anybody's really stopped to ask this one. Why is this specifically happening in Nuketown. And if you think about it, it's a key element to this entire marketing strategy. Nuketown 24/7 was super unexpected and out of the blue for all intensive purposes. But it's the most obvious example of what we are looking at here. Now, from the teaser clip, we can deduce that this is a little transmission sent out perhaps in a sci-fi standpoint to, air quote, all frequencies. We don't know to who, or more specifically to where, so therefore we can see it picked up in Black Ops 3. Now, bear with me here because this is something that may be a stretch, but it ties in directly with not only the marketing of this brand new game, but also it ties in directly to the multiplayer backstory if they want to spin it that way. Now, for those that don't know, there is a huge multiplayer backstory, and in that, there is the Specialist. Now, I did a massive video here on this a while ago, and it's actually since blown up and become my most viewed video, but that showcased the entire story. If you want to check it out, it's up on the channel, and I'll leave it down there in the description below for you guys to check out. But spoiler alert for those who want a too long didn't read version, all of multiplayer is a simulation. The Specialists were the most elite combat officers in the world, and to cheat death, they uploaded their consciousness to a simulation that they could live forever and do what they loved doing the most, which was killing. So for the rest of the time, they would just be in battle. That program would then go to the highest bidder, whom it's currently unknown who owns it. The project was run by a secret spy and an overlord here of that. A lot of people presume that's the 10th Specialist. The spy was one of these specialists that's actually in multiplayer, but that's neither here nor there. Moral of the story is that multiplayer is a computerized simulation. Nuketown is the most obvious of this, as it specifically says simulation ended, or whatever it says at the end of each match on Nuketown. So this message directly ties to the multiplayer story in the marketing terms, since the transmission was sent out to the frequency that is the simulation. So as players, we actually intercept this message while playing. So that goes then to stem on different theories like the idea of jumping from time and dimension, which could explain the reason why it shows up in the Black Ops 3 universe whenever the Infinity Ward and Black Ops universes are not necessarily really ever tied together. But I'm not really willing to jump to that conclusion just yet. But we'll see though. It's definitely something very interesting to think about here, and definitely is a brilliant term of marketing if that is how they decide to spin it off. But that's been my theory here on this, just something I've been thinking about, and I'd love to hear your thoughts down there in the comment section down below. What do you guys think of this? Do you guys think it's something plausible here, that maybe we could see this all happen here? What do you think? Love to hear your thoughts down there in the comment section down below. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked the video, be sure to like, rating down below. And if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. We're on the road to 30,000 subscribers, so every little bit does help, and it's, as always, greatly appreciated. And of course, I'm gonna keep you guys up to date with everything you need to know here within Infinite Warfare. So thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Nikolai Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.